All right, and then hey guys, Vince here from the Dalable Podcast. I'm with my dad. We're going to check out the reveals that were shown at the Hasbro G.I. Joe 40th anniversary live stream they just did. So yeah, we want to do this, kind of walk through this and have you go with us on this journey and what's going to take our money out of our wallets here into the future. All right, Dad. So yeah, it's about a 2.5 hour stream. I haven't watched all of it. I just went to, of course, histank.com to go and check out what the stuff was. But
I'm glad you reminded me because I knew it was coming, but I forgot about the day.
Yeah, and I wanted to watch it, but I was too busy trying to edit the episode that went out today for the podcast. But yeah, so yep, 40th anniversary. I'll be 41 this year. So I was one.
Imagine 40 years. That's I'm in my late 50s. Let's say that. That's half my life, or more than half my life has had G.I. Joe in it. I mean, and that's just the Real American Hero.
60,
remember,
yeah.
I was playing the
big
12-inch G.I.
when you
Joes.
had me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So here you go. All right. So of course they had this like really nice backdrop with like all these vintage figures and stuff and the vehicles, which would be amazing if they just re-release this stuff for people to be able to buy. Except for
no kidding.
Super expensive now.
I love the boxes too, the accent boxes,
the crates. Yeah,
the crates. I'd love to have like one or two of those. Those would be really cool.
Yeah, of course. They got the Defiant back here. Man.
And we've had, just looking at that, almost everything, whether it was new or secondhand,
except
everything
for
that they're showing.
Well, yeah, we had parts of the Defiant. We never had it completely.
Yeah.
The Snowcat over here. You got the Night Raven, but it was the G.I. Joe Sky Patrol version.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what that is underneath.
I think that's the general. I didn't have these two vehicles here, but of course I had the Shark and then the Trouble.
That was your first thing I bought for you, was the Shark for your birthday.
Yeah. So before we get into this madness, let me mute my phone and all of its wonderful, annoying noises. I'll edit that out. Anyway, yeah, and the Havoc. All right, so we should be getting into the first one, Zorana.
Let's go. Oh man.
Yeah. Now keep in mind these here are going to be the 3D renders, so they won't be the actual full. So they're not going to have any of their weapons or anything. But this will be great to have next to Zartan.
Zartan, yeah.
Yeah. All right, next figure, Dusty. Fantastic.
Yeah, it needs to come. Hopefully the helmet will come off.
Yeah, I hope so too. But I love the dull desert camo and everything. It's fantastic.
And this is for the classified
line. Yep.
Okay.
And then Fred, Crimson Trooper or Crimson Guard.
Yeah. Now it should be the multiple head. It should have you can army build and then have the head that you could do to make Fred.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for those who don't know, Cobra was surgically engineering all of their Crimson Guard to look exactly the same under the helmet.
They were the clone troopers of their time.
Or the face-off figures before there was a face-off movie.
Yeah.
Python Patrol, Cobra Trooper.
Yeah, that's okay.
I know
you're
a big fan
of the Python.
Python Patrol. All right, and then this is the 3-pack set that's coming out. This is actually figure windows, of course, that you can get on Hasbro Pulse and Big Bad Toy Store. I'm pretty sure some of the other outlets have them up for pre-order right now.
Pre-orders, yeah.
But it's really good to be able to have, a 3-pack of Vipers.
Love the accessories.
So I'm hoping that they'll do this for some of the other troopers, because, you know, why not? If people want a troop build, here you go. Here's a pack dedicated for you to be able to do that. That's the box and everything with the card.
So I got to ask a question. I love I've always loved the design of the Cobra, but if you look at it, it's looking a little too Mandalorian for me for the mask, and it's all a variant of Cobra Commander's mask from
but that's
was
always
was it IDW who was doing it when they revamped Cobra Commander and did that mask for him?
Yeah, I think it was either Devil's Due or IDW, one of the two. But I mean, that's basically the Viper look for a long time now. Even the original figure looked like that. But yeah, I love it. All the accessories, the blast effects, that stuff that we never had as kids.
Never had, no.
Yeah.
And you know, I know that they've always had that mask and then the half mask where the eyes were showing, but that, you know, that's a little too close to a certain design. I'm not going to harp on it anymore. But yeah.
All right, so
but I do love. I mean, they're just fantastic figures.
See, they would make a killing. The artwork that they've been doing on these boxes are fantastic. Even the Transformer ones, I'd love to be able to buy some prints from this because they're just really beautifully done.
Now, back in the day, these would all become on T-shirts and posters.
Okay, so let's take a wild guess. Why would there be a Decepticon logo here?
Because as I told you yesterday, what's coming.
Yeah. So of course they have looks like more of the retro line coming. So
the retro line, yeah.
Firefly, Cobra Commander, Baroness, Roadblock, and then Flint. No, these are reaction figures. Okay.
Are they reaction?
Yeah, they're reaction.
Man, reaction is getting so much better in the detailing.
Yeah.
That was one thing that turned me off about the first of the lines.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then they got the ones with the Snake Eyes coming out with him and the hermit who saves him from the radiation poisoning.
From the radiation poison, yeah. That's a throwback to one of the original miniseries.
Yeah.
For
so here we go, Megatron. Puny flesh creatures.
I wish I could talk like him as I used to, but I can't anymore.
There you go. This fantastic toy right here is the thing that we've always wanted in our lives.
Oh, come on. Do they actually? Oh, they can open it up. Let me see this.
Yeah. To my knowledge, this is to scale.
Mm.
Okay, that's lame. Why would you do that? Okay, yeah. So here you go, some more close-ups of the reaction figures. Yeah, Snake Eyes and Firefly. Yeah, nice. I won't pick these up. They're not my thing, but they look great. There you go.
Oh yeah, they're gonna. Yeah.
There he is. Megatron is a his tank. I was just talking to Josh about this. I would love to see more, even if they just did the figures that they released like back in the 25th line that were supposed to be the Autobots and Decepticons as Transformers. I mean, to be able to have Power Glide as a Transformer of a real Rattler, that'd be amazing.
Yes.
But yeah, this looks great. I mean, it's too standard of what the normal Transformers are now. So you got the little spots where they cheapen on the plastic. At least they don't fully mold it. But I mean, there's a lot of good 3D prints and third-party companies that'll do stuff where you can fill in these
stuff. Yeah, add-ons that'll.
But
well, and that was the same thing, which was our biggest complaint about the Transformers movie, the vulnerability spots in all the Transformers. Just like.
Yeah. Of course, it's like, look, shoot him in his weak spot in his leg where he has no armor. But yeah, that's just fantastic. I mean,
I just look at the facial sculpt.
Yes. I mean, I know we're never going to get Pistol Megatron again at all. You know, unless you buy the Masterpiece, which I have.
And that's horrible. Look at the gun. How hard is it to build a flap there? Oh, okay. Before I start griping, it is really wonderful.
Oh,
I was hoping
this part here.
once
Yeah,
I started,
I know.
yeah.
Considering the fact that this figure, the other versions we've gotten for the War for Cybertron line has an enclosed
yes
barrel. To have it to where it's like this is just kind of, but you know, third party company may come in, or somebody, a 3D printer may be able to make an actual one that would work that's fully enclosed. But
when I saw some of the pre-production art for another, you know, them doing more of the Transformer G.I. Joe crossover, I was so excited. But I would really like to see somebody pick up and do some Transformers alternate timelines. You know, we're getting where, like, what's the line where they're reversed, the good guys are bad guys are good guys.
Shattered glass. Yeah.
Glass, yeah. But I enjoyed like the 1920s Transformers, where, you know, the steam train and all those from the comics. I'd like to see that as a figure line.
But yeah, no, I agree. I'd love to be the 1930s or the World War II versions of Bruticus. That'd be great, you know. But yeah, that's awesome being able to have her ride in the
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, it's technically to scale. I mean, even though Megatron would be much taller than the puny flesh creature behind him in the cannon.
Well, this plays more into physics than a gun that can expand its mass and shrink its mass.
Displacement, yeah. But I don't mind it being you know, the 3 3/4 scale figures, even though, you know, I've moved away from the O-ring figures. I like the 6-inch. I like the modern figures. Yes, this plays on my nostalgia as a kid collecting those figures back in the day, but they don't play on my nostalgia as a fan of the series, especially with me loving the toys. I mean, loving the comic Marvel run, and then the cartoon. I want the figures to look more closer to what I saw on TV and read in the comics than I do about the toys.
Right. And, you know, a lot of that is because our imaginations and, you know, the visuals in our head are always going to be better than some of the stuff that's put out. But I love Baroness. That picture right there is kind of a really cool sculpt of her. I would recognize her right away.
So, and then it looks like they're going to be doing some kind of board game. Should be kind of cool.
And that's a statue behind that. That is kicked behind. Again, that's the new thing with all the miniature figures that you get for figures. Yeah. It's just so hard to paint them or do any real detailed work on them. I wish they would do something like that at a much larger scale. Allow people to do their own detailing,
or have people pay up to have them painted already.
Yeah. So,
and then I don't know what this is. Top secret. Oh, okay, that's just the box again. That's cool. It looks like she got her own card back. So if you don't want to have her out, you can actually just keep her in the card.
They gave Megatron that 80s broad shoulder.
Yeah, the shoulder pads.
The shoulder pads.
Yeah. And I mean, just like seeing this though, because I mean, in the actual was it Dreamwave comic that they did, you know, Optimus Prime was the actual his tank. And that they made Megatron. So I'm wondering if they're going to go with that whole thing of having Optimus Prime be either the general or not general, but the Rolling Thunder,
or a Dusty's vehicle.
What, the All Striker?
The All Striker. I could see that.
I could see that, but I mean, that would be better for like sort of for Bumblebee or Beachcomber. It all depends. I mean, you have the Armadillo, you have the Wolverine. You could do. You have the. Oh, come on! What is it? I'm gonna skip on. There's other vehicles G.I. Joe wise that you could do. Well, there you go. Nice carded retro style back.
Very retro.
Yeah, I may just keep her on the card and have him out and play with him because that's awesome. But I'm really hyped to see what we're gonna do. So you got Duke.
The Duke.
Let's see what else. Hold on, I'll go back. Hold on, that was a little too fast. It's pretty good.
That up there.
I don't know. That could be. Gung Ho. Looks like he's wearing a hat or something.
I don't know if it could have been a version of Heavy Duty, maybe. Because it looks like he's got a big gun.
Fail safe. There you go. Major Blood. And then you got a Cobra Trooper. Man. That's the Cobra Trooper. Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes.
Let's see. They do.
Baroness.
Yeah, Baroness.
Cobra Commander.
Cobra. Yeah. Wakando.
Yep. I'm just trying to look at the detail. Looks like you can put the pistol in the side holster.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna have a machete sheath and a pistol, maybe.
And
the machete sheath and then the pistol on the chest. So that I hadn't seen him yet, so I was waiting to see some of these until I got with you.
Rocking the handlebar mustache.
So it looks like they're gonna release a 6-inch classified line figures with a retro style back.
Retro style back, yeah.
So
this will be your chance to get figures you've missed.
Yeah. Gung Ho, Baroness, Destro.
Yeah, but stop. Go back to Gung Ho and just look at how beautiful that is.
I know. Versus the other one. Versus the armor. Other one we got. Yeah, without all the armor and stuff.
Yeah.
Cobra Commander. Now, Destro and Lady J over here.
Lady J. I don't need another Lady J. Still beautiful though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one I was telling you about where the colors were more traditional.
Yeah, this is the traditional. Yeah. That's probably why they're doing it. They're doing these retro card, which is kind of cool because I mean it kind of fits in line with what they've been doing with the Star Wars line. Which is funny because next year we get Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary.
I know. Can't wait. Just please pick some new figures to make.
I want my Imperial Guards to go with my Emperor.
I got to wonder if Walter's going to try to sue him for copyright infringement.
I need to ask him. I want to send this to him, see if he's seen these. But there you go. There's your man. There he is.
Now, all I need them to do is his partner in crime.
Yeah, Alpine. It'd be great to have them together. Kamakura.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. Why he wasn't, I mean, don't even get me started in that movie. I know I've already complained enough about it, but this is just amazing to have Kamakura here and the 6-inch line. And hopefully we'll get Jinx at some point to go with the 4 figures. But Dr. Mindbender.
Yeah, Mindbender. So it also seems like they're going with a more
traditional,
traditional
animation. Yeah. Or comic base. A comic,
yeah. Wow, look at the monocle.
Yeah. So if they're going to be doing him, it means we're going to get Serpentor soon. But the main man himself right here, if you wanted to have your 3 classic G.I. Joe characters from the comics, Stalker is
now he's Sergeant Stalker. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Stalker was just perfect, you know. I've been waiting for him anyway. Look at that.
Yeah.
As far as a diorama, that would be gorgeous.
No, they did. This is amazing right here. I mean, you got, it's like, see, now it's sad too. It's like on the bottom of the bottom right of the screen, you got real American hero cartoon G.I. Joe style figures, and then you got Gung Ho and Scarlet, who are from the first wave of the stuff that looks like they're from the newer video game. I mean, they just don't match.
Oh, I get, that's the figure, or the one we were trying to figure out on the small figure.
Yeah,
that's who that was.
Yeah, Gung Ho.
Gung Ho. Yeah, I mean, and I love look at Spirit and Lady J over there. That's just
yeah, I know. And then Roblox and
that's
our favorite
Snake Eyes.
version, the best version of Snake Eyes. I'm sorry
yep.
for all the fans that love him with V2. I love V1, Commando, goggles and all. But all right, so I love it. Spirit's Bird.
Yeah.
All right, so there's some other figures we haven't got.
Oh wow.
See, the sad thing though is like if you look at it, the color looks more green here, but in this picture of it in the box, it's more subdued.
Yeah, and I think that's I think it's the lighting effect because the light's coming from above and slightly in front, so it's giving it a washed out color. But that right there is perfect.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorites.
Right there, they needed to have something in that gun. If you go back, just one of the little special firing.
Yeah, the ballistics. Yeah, like you just taking them out. Yeah, you just stab that Viper in the neck, and he's shooting the other one in the chest. And I love this like diorama that they just did with all the LED lights.
Can you imagine? Yeah, but also, can you imagine if you had the turtles around that?
Oh yeah, that'd be great too. You just had the turtles up here, like they're looking at going, what the hell's going on over here?
And of all crossovers that we've had lately, you know, including the Turtles guest starring in Batman, why can't we get a Turtles going and it was G.I. Joe? Yes, I'd pay for that movie.
Yeah. That face sculpt was amazing. It's like they're pulling out all the stops this time around for the classified line.
I guess that's the background box.
Yeah, that's the background art for the figure, and you can tell it's a very like, you know, this is graffitied onto a wall.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It looks very graffiti.
Mm-hmm. But there you go, the Crimson Twins.
The most profitable set of action figures ever because it will be the same mold, just flipped. Everything will be flipped. You can now remember the last time we saw a picture of this, the scar wasn't prominent, and I was worried that they weren't going to do a good scar.
Yeah, the good scar on. What's great is that both brothers have different arts, but they're very similar, and the faces, of course, are different. So Zaymat and Tomax. Now, I'd love for them to give us them in their business suits with
yes,
Akuba Industries.
and all you need to do is produce one figure with two heads.
Yes.
And then people would buy both. It would save on production costs. It's all in the reflexes.
You could probably take this and make it. You could make a Jack Burton out of that figure. Just mold the hair a little bit longer, give him a little more of a mullet, and then take off his sash and everything, and repaint this white. Put his little design on top of that. There you go. Even with the Uzi. Oh man!
I'm looking at the sash. I don't know if it comes off or not. I don't think it would.
You'd have to pop the arms, and then it should just come off. They do tend to make these figures a little bit more customizable.
Remember back in the day, every figure that I looked at, I saw as a custom figure.
Yeah,
that I would then go ahead and make, because I got tired of waiting on them to create the ones that we wanted.
And see, that's amazing. I love
that. That right there is I want to see a movie about these guys. That's one of the next G.I. Joe
the origin movie. Yeah, that should be the origin movie. Is them.
And this would be a great movie poster.
Yes. Of course, the O-ring figures. His face looks ridiculous. Oh my god, that looks so bad. It looks like Krillin trying to be a Cobra Trooper.
No, there's no detail to the face whatsoever.
No.
You know, the stuff we had when G.I. Joe first came out, all the complaints you could say about it, they went in with the face sculpts, and there was some better detail than what you get nowadays. Not on this size figure.
Yeah. So that looks like it's going to be a 2-pack.
They'll probably have them split.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah. And it probably opens like this, maybe, or something. Opens like a book. I love that, the smoke effect on the barrel.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
So it looks like I'm still going to be looking for a Mauser.
Cobra! Major blood. Anyway. Full on.
So I thought we'd get more of the Dreadnoughts this time around.
I'm surprised at what we're getting so far. It's really good. But you notice that, like, because this wave comes
like that. Man, that is cord. Just that right there.
Yeah, for the sniper rifle with the.
Yeah.
Wow. I wish we got the stands, honestly. I don't know why we didn't get any of these stands.
Yeah. Well, we've been complaining about that for a while now.
Yeah. But
or more dioramas, like where the stand then has a cardboard cutout that fits into the stand to give you a whole scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about it though. As far as the G.I. Joe's stuff is concerned, I need to see. I think we're still in the midst of Toy Fair, too, or at least Toy Fair ended. But I think Hasbro's doing their own thing, so I gotta check to see if
I think the Toy Fair was last week. So what is that? The Cobra Law stuff right there.
That's on eBay. That's probably that's a custom.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember them doing anything like that.
Yeah. But let me move this over here. So what do you think?
No, I thought I was going to be done with it.
I mean, at least the good thing is you can probably start collecting the just the ones that are the Real American Hero line, and not the other. So we're supposed to get a more traditional Duke and Scarlet at some point. So I think they're just wanting to release more figures that are going to be in line with that before they start doing Scarlet and Duke again. But it would be nice to be able to have a nice Scarlet that in their traditional outfit.
Well, and the newest one of Duke has some refined details.
Yes, the variant color one,
but it's still heavy on the armor. I don't know what all this is that superheroes and all this stuff now have to wear this armor, and it's not even augmentation armor. It's just on them for no reason.
No reason.
I mean, it's there to protect them from getting shot in the leg and stuff like that. But I would like them to do like an exo armor set for the G.I. Joe, because that's where the new future is going to come. And I'm not talking the movie stuff.
Right.
Not that first movie. I'm talking actual big mech type armor. I think that would be a great direction to take Joe.
See, the good thing too is that with this line, the way it's going, we could get the snake armor for the Joe or for the Cobra figures. I think Josh was saying that he was talking about doing more vehicles for. I think you saw it too about them.
Yeah, figures for the 6-inch line. They are.
Yeah.
But at being that big, scaled up, you're going to run out of room for your stuff really quickly. So I think they should be real particular about the ones they make.
Well, the easiest ones would be like the triple bubble. Any of the smaller vehicles would be fine. But it's when you get into the bigger stuff, I think his tank would be a little bit of a stretch. I could see it, but it might be out of the price range for most people. I mean, technically, it would be the same size as the Snowspeeder. So
I could see if they want to do something like that. Yes, this is about the size of the Snowspeeder, or the Land Speeder that they did that came with the Luke.
Yeah.
But you could do a 4-inch line with a scaled up vehicle so that you get more detail and more posability with the figure, and not have to deal with the extra, scaling up required.
Right. And we're getting to the point where some of these figures, it's really going to get where you as a collector, you're going to have to think about what line you want to collect for. And that is a whole podcast episode in itself that we do need to go into. I do want to do more on the toy collecting aspect, but having the vehicles, I mean, I would love if it just on the other side of the spectrum for me, for the Star Wars, for things, I'd love to see a full scale X-Wing. Love it. Even though it would be huge, but it'd be great to go if you had the release of the TIE Fighter they did for the Black Series line. Because I know they did the First Order one, but I thought there was also one they did for in limited in production of the traditional TIE Fighter without all the black and red on the TIE Fighter itself. It was the Imperial Gray color. But
before J.J. Abrams decided he was going to improve upon TIE Fighters, X-Wings, and the AT-AT, you mean?
Yeah. So this episode is kind of in parallel to the episode we just released today about the Star Wars and the current events anyway. But we hope you enjoyed this episode, and it was just kind of one of these things. We want to do more of these things like this where when new things come out, we want to kind of stay on topic about toys, collecting and everything else. But we hope you enjoyed, and let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are about this new G.I. Joe figures that are coming out. What would you love to see for this line? And even if you want to talk about the O-rings or maybe some vehicles, let us know. We'd love to discuss it.
And that, and I would like to see people give us ideas on what they want to see us talk about or review, because it's sometimes really difficult trying to figure out what you think is going to be interesting to everybody else, instead of just yourself. So please if you enjoy it, please comment, give us suggestions.
But until then, have a good one, guys.
Thank you, guys.